Robert, good to see you again. What you seek is in vain.
Remy, what are you doing here?
Russian flight. Vladimir Sorsky. Tortured and executed, really efficient. Next net. No motive yet. I'm thinking Russian mafia. You know, I didn't think the boss would send you down to spy on me.
I'm not here for you. That body we found at the monastery? These are his welfare papers.
No kidding. Hold on a minute. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Nothing unusual here.
Hey.
Your Chechen was a mess. Lungs full of water, low white blood cells, and high levels of bilirubin. But no sign of trauma. Basically, your Chechen's immune system was in pretty bad shape, and he was in a lot of pain.
And the Russian?
Dislocation of the spine, transverse separation of the spinal cord at the neck.
And the connection between the two?
Well, we dusted both apartments and we found Vladimir's partial fingerprints on this bottle found in Ava's room, but no traces of poison.
Impressive.
Hey, I did immigration checks on the both of them. Not much on Vladimir. Russian immigrant, works at a beef sterilization facility downtown. But Avar, ex-Chechen military, deserted his post, didn't you? He was here on refugee status, and they were both on welfare.
So whose bright idea was it to make them neighbors?
You were the only person in contact with them both.
Yeah, I was the case officer. I even got Ava muscle work at a club.
And you didn't think it inappropriate in any way to put them in the same apartment building.
What do you mean? They're both Russians.
Margev was a Chechen, you moron. Chechens at war with Russia. They're shooting the hell out of each other.
So?
You know, I'm getting real sick of your attitude, pal. There are easier ways to get a confession.
Drop the bad cop act. It's been done.
You know what?
Stop, Remy. Found this in your apartment.
It's medicinal.
I could bust you now for possession, or you could start to cooperate.
Those two commies were always arguing a lot. They never stopped. I guess nobody told them about the ceasefire. Vladimir applied to move to housing on the west side. I just haven't got around to it.
Did you pay Avar to kill Vladimir?
No.
You'll make the nuns happy with that offering, Robert.
It's what Avar intended.
I remember when you first came to the orphanage as a 6-year-old. You were so frightened. Your gift is still there, as it was when I used to hold you in my arms at night until you fell asleep. An insight into truth beyond reality is truly special.
Why did Avar die?
Most people don't consider their worst actions bad. They can usually explain it away with a little just cause or a dose of self-forgiveness. Now understand how he was killed. You can see well enough.
Hannah, the bodies. Get the toxicologist to check them again.
For what?
Traces of radioactive poison.
What's on your mind?
The poison chalice. Vladimir and Avar were feuding neighbors from opposing political backgrounds. Vladimir couldn't stand the bullying any longer. He worked at a beef irradiation facility and had access to radioactive substances, so he used it to poison Avar and thought he'd get away with it.
You're still free.
But over time, Avar's health deteriorated. Once he discovered he was poisoned, he killed Vladimir. Then he realized what he'd done. He stole Vladimir's cash tin, made it look like a break and enter gone wrong. And to somehow justify Vladimir's death, he hoped the money would benefit the nuns at the orphanage. Shortly after, Avar died.
Well, that explains why his immune system is in bad shape. The same radioactive poison that's blasted holes in his cup has wreaked havoc with his organs. It's polonium-210. Once ingested or inhaled, then the damage is irreversible.